It was brought to my attention by a tweet posted by Luke Skywalker and the Joker himself, Mark Hamill, that Batman Arkham Asylum has just passed its 10-year anniversary. Now, I actually can't believe that this game is 10 years old. It doesn't seem possible, but it is, and its place in modern gaming history cannot be understated. When it was released on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in 2009, no one was expecting this game to be as good as it was and to have as much impact as it did. It got near on perfect reviews and scooped up countless awards. It also spawned a successful trilogy. Yes, I'm counting Arkham Knight, besides the Batmobile and the Arkham Knight reveal and its use of the Joker. It spawned one underrated spin-off and a remaster on the current generation along with Arkham City. To be honest, I don't really need much of an excuse to talk about this game, but I've got one, so here it is as we look at Batman Arkham Asylum 10 years on. Now, before we get into it, I would just like to say that Arkham Asylum for me is the best game in the trilogy. It's obviously between City and Asylum, and it's purely down to personal preference really. And I think City's open world just takes away from the story a bit, as it's a bit empty and was only really used to spread out the Riddler trophies. I just like the tight, more self-contained story of Asylum, and the fact that the Asylum itself really feels like a character, and there's just a sort of mystery and it's full of life, whereas City just feels like an empty open world, but it's still a fantastic game with a fantastic story. But as I said, it's down to personal preference really. So, where to start? Well, it's going to have to be the combat, which is pretty much one of the biggest legacies this game has left behind. There's a reason the phrase Batman style or Arkham style combat now exists. The whole dodge, punch, counter, jump, combo system mapped to like the pad buttons just captured Batman perfectly. Had it been used before in games? Yes. Just look at the early Assassin's Creeds. But no one did it this good, and so many games have adopted this system since. Shadow of Mordor and more, Insomniac Spider-Man, that underrated Mad Max game, and many more. And then you throw in the Batman gadgets with this combat style, and it just made for the perfect mix of combat and really made this game stand out. To me, this is the definitive Batman experience, and that is helped out greatly by Rocksteady managing to get Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill to reprise their roles from the 90s animated TV series, which I watched when I was little. To me, they are the best versions of each character, and their performance in this game really shows why. Just everything about Batman feels right. The attention to detail is amazing, and I just love how Batman's suit shows more signs of damage after each encounter and as the game goes on. The character designs are all pretty much spot on for the rest of the villains, maybe minus Harley Quinn, and finding all the little nods and Easter eggs dedicated to all the other villains which have been in the Asylum are a joy to discover. Although the Joker's motivations are a bit basic, the story still has some amazing beats and really feels like it's been ripped out of the comics. And speaking of villains, I'm now going to highlight the game's only real flaw, which is the boss battles. With two notable exceptions, the boss battles were very weak in this game and didn't really reach the highs that they should have got to for the villains they had, especially the final fight with the Joker at the end. With a dodge, shoot gadget, and then repeatedly punch formula, it was used for most of the bosses and just didn't offer much variety. But when it's not used, boy those are good boss fights. The one against Killer Croc is intense and is a massive game of cat and mouse. You just don't know when he's going to pop up. Yes, it's a bit basic, but the whole cat and mouse hide and seek thing is used to great effect. But the star of the show is most definitely Scarecrow. His boss sections are absolutely stunning and a great piece of level design. The final one where you think the game has broken is fantastic. And having played this on my third 360, I was ready to throw the thing out of the window as I thought it had glitched and just thought it had another red ring of death or something like that. And it's sections like that Scarecrow boss battle, well, 3 of them, you get it 3 times in the game, and they pop up when you least expect it, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's sections like that which just made this game stand out. We didn't know what we were expecting when this game came out. It was quite an unknown, and it absolutely blew everyone away. And then the Predator stealth sections, which are absolutely fantastic. They make you really feel like you're Batman, stalking your prey from the rooftops, using your detective vision and using all your different gadgets and techniques to try and take down your enemies without being spotted. And then afterwards, the challenge modes, which allow you to go back and perfect these stealth sections, along with the combat challenge modes as well. They were absolutely awesome. Overall, the legacy of this game, besides the combat, is that it probably is the first ever amazing top-level superhero game. There are some good games before it, like The Punisher, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, X-Men Origins Wolverine, and a few more, but none of them were really truly Game of the Year level or Game of Generation contenders. This actually set the bar so high that is probably why there wasn't a massive wave of superhero games coming out like the films have over the last 10 years. Only Insomniac Spider-Man comes close, and that is because of the care and attention to detail that was put into this game and put into that game. It got Batman right, and if the effort was not going to be put in a game, like if we were going to get a Captain America game but it was just mediocre, or a Thor game and it's just mediocre, or a Flash game and it's just mediocre, it just wasn't going to work. This is an amazing game, and I'm pretty sure we'll be talking about it again when it becomes 20 years old. So that was it. That was my little look back at Arkham Asylum 10 years on. I'd just like to thank you all for watching, so please subscribe, like, share on YouTube, like and share on Facebook, and follow us and like on Instagram. And once again, you've been watching Just Good Games, Arkham Asylum 10 years on.